My name is Yu-Chen Wang. I'm a London-based artist. I'm very interested in technology and history. I work predominantly in drawing, drawing in a very traditional sense of pencil on paper, but also in a kind of a widest possible, that kind of expanded sense of drawing, ranging from sculptural work, text, song, video, installations. I've always been very interested in museums. I was very excited to get to know there are 50 museums across the country on board. For me, I wanted to reconnect with all these different cities that I have previously worked in, the Manchester Art Gallery, the Liverpool Museums, and then the Birmingham Museums. They were very important industrial cities of the 19th century. By physically going to those places, I begin to really think about how we navigate, how we look at those different objects within the space. I'm creating my own sort of way of understanding. So I've taken, I think, more than 2,000 photographs, and I still really very much enjoying paper-based, like printing things out and scribble and write down all sorts of questions I have using the image almost like kind of a pictorial motif to analyze why this museum space is constructed in this very specific way in order to tell a very specific story. And that is precisely what I'm questioning. I come in and I look around, and it's very much about my sort of personal journey and how I associate myself with all these different objects. So for me, it isn't just about those sort of museum space, the physical space. It's also about this intangible system of collecting, the system of ordering, including, excluding, and also interpreting, and also educating. I felt very fortunate to be able to work with those various data scientists from the CCI. They have offered me a very different way of looking at museum collections and also thinking or rethink about data. The use of a Excel sheet becomes as if I am becoming one of the museum workers to be very conscious, thinking about what sort of information should be keying in different fields, and also what gets me the authority or what gets me the right to think about how do I label or how do I give a meaning or give a definition or to describe what that is. I was really excited to learn about this project was going to be presented at South Tank, this vast concrete space which had its own industrial use, and in a way in line with what my interest is, kind of related to industrial archaeology, if you like. So I wanted to bring all these different elements. In a way, it's almost like a kind of a collage of what I have learned and also what I have accumulated, in a way collected first-hand information, first-hand data throughout this 18 months residency. And how the question is, how do I bring in these different museums into the Museum of Tate? The idea of physically walking and by moving about, changing perspectives, and when you sort of move about in different space and different ways of looking and different ways of engaging or taking part in the act of noticing. And I think that's what I'm demanding, I'm encouraging. I would like my audience to be doing in the new work that I'm making here.